Hello, Jesse Good here, back from the review, and today we're reviewing the LEGO Marvel Superheroes Avengers Age of Ultron set number 76031. It's called the Hulkbuster Smash. It has 248 pieces, 4 minifigures if you count the Big Fig Hulk, and it retails for $30 in the United States. Now let's take a look at the minifigures. And here is Ultron Prime, and this guy is exclusive to the set, which honestly, he looks great. I just wish they would have included that helmet piece that is actually on the Ultron minifigure from the little Iron Man vs. Ultron set, the Ultron Sentry minifigure that is. And what that is this piece right here, which makes it look so much more complete if they just added that to the set. But they chose not to, which is kind of lame in my opinion. But other than that, he's such a detailed minifigure, and he does go on these little, he has these little studs to kind of add to the effect of his arms, and also these little cylinders on the bottom in these trans red colors. And just a great looking minifigure other than that. I love the detailing, and I love this new molding that they kind of use for the minifigure. And with that, of course you could add this Ultron to your Ultron collection, which there you go, all three of them right there. And you could even add the Sentry Officer, which has his complete helmet, which is just a bummer that that piece is not in this set. And here is Iron Man Mark 43, such a detailed looking minifigure, and I love how he came out. But he does come on these little cylinder pieces right here in those trans blue colors, and with those trans blue studs to kind of add to the effect of the minifigure. Taking those off, you can kind of get a little bit of a better look at him. And he does have a face underneath, of course, which has Tony Stark kind of angry. And he has his alternate facial expression where it shows Tony Stark a little bit more calm. And this version does come in 2 other sets, actually. You got the Avengers Tower set and the Quinjet Aerial Chase set, or the one from this year, basically. And with that, add the Mark 43 to your long line of Iron Man minifigures officially released by LEGO in retail sets, or to your long line of Iron suits in general. And here is Scarlet Witch. She uses the same facial expression as Supergirl from the LEGO DC Superheroes Justice League lineup from this year. And she looks pretty good, even compared to the movie. The only complaint that I've seen a lot of people saying is her hair piece is a little bit off. Honestly, this is based off of early concept art, so I don't even see why that is a big complaint. And it looks pretty, I mean, it looks kind of close to the hairpiece. But other than that, she does have some awesome new torso printing that is exclusive to this minifigure. And her legs have some great minifigure printing as well, and I like how that came out. A lot of people also complain that it's dark on the bottom right there, but when they print kind of on these dark, these black kind of pieces right here, or dark blue like Captain America, they can't really put this light color of the peach kind of, you know, that they would have, that they could put on this part right here. I don't know why, but there's something to do with that, and honestly, maybe LEGO should explain it or something, but, you know, I understand. It's probably a production thing or whatever, so I understand that, and it's not really even too noticeable, and I love that little bottom leg piece right there. I have a use for it, for a secret project. And if you take off her hairpiece, you can see her alternate face, which looks great. It looks really cute, and I like how that came out. And she also has these little parts right here, which are kind of like a source of energy from her arms. And those are in that light blue color, which I've also seen people complain about not matching the eye color of minifigure. But this matches the the color of the little force field. So who knows? It probably plays a part in the movie, and I don't really mind those two not matching up. Great minifigure in my opinion. And of course, Scarlet Witch is essential in completing your Age of Ultron Avengers collection. And here is a Hulk included in this set. Such a great looking Big Fig there. This is the new molding for 2015, different from the one that they've been using for 2012. And he does come in another set in this wave, which is the Hydra Fortress Smash or something like that. And that's a more expensive set, so this is the cheapest way to get Hulk, and it's actually impressive because this is a $30 set, and it's one of the cheapest way to get a Big Fig for a licensed team, or it's probably the cheapest ever, because $30 with one Big Fig is a pretty good deal, if you ask me, especially considering the other stuff in the set. He has some nice little printing on the bottom of his legs, and just comparing this Hulk to the ones from previous years, you can see how much of the improvement this one is, especially to the last movie version from 2012. But it does have a little bit of the one from last year, because it does have those blue or purple pants right there, which look great with the new printing. So here are the 2 builds of the set. We'll start out with the Hulkbuster. Here is a Hulkbuster, and just compare that baby to the size of the Hulk. Yeah, it is a little bit big, maybe a little bit too big for the movie kind of accuracy, but honestly, at this size, they put so many details that it's a total excuse that they could use, and I don't mind whatsoever because it's so detailed and so much play features going on here. It's just such a joy to build and play around with. So you can see just a 360 view right here. Lots of dark red pieces, which I like, and lots of other rare pieces, especially like these, for example, I guess this little piece right here on the back, they give you those little skeleton kind of arm pieces from Ninjago in a trans blue color, which actually looks really cool. And there's lots of nice little ball joints to kind of add more posability to the set, and you can make different poses if you want. And also on the front right here, you can see they give you this nice little printed element, which is that dome piece with the hinge coming out, and they give you that with the printing for the Hulkbuster kind of cockpit design right there, which looks awesome. I love how they didn't use a sticker for that, and there's really only 2 stickers, none found on this build right here. So what you do basically is if you want to add Iron Man to the Hulkbuster, you're going to have to lift up this part right here first, but then you can lift off this part, which is also on some hinges right there, and then you just kind of add Iron Man in there without his little cylinders that they give you in the set, because you would want to take those off first. And he just kind of fits in there snug like that. Put his arms down just to make it fit a little bit better. Then you put this over his head. Ta-da! You can't even see him. Like, that's how well hidden he is. And I like how that came out. The only way you could kind of see him is if you look to the side, which you could barely see him there. So he has a very cool suit, especially for the size. For other parts, of course, you do get these nice arms right here. They're different because this one right here has 2 stud shooters. But other than that, they're basically identical. The stud shooters right here, they give you kind of a bigger ammo than what you usually get, because usually the ammunition is just these little studs, but now they give you studs and cylinders in this set. So you would do some big damage with that if you push kind of hard. So I like how they did that to kind of amp out the amount of ammo in this set, or the kind of strength of the ammo. And of course, you just push down on there, and they fly like that. And if you lose one of these, they give you a few extra ones in the set. So that's pretty cool as a build. And then other than that, the arms also have kind of this part in the middle, which is a little bit maybe like a blaster for the arm. So you could do some kind of cool stuff with that, or, you know, pretend to do stuff. And then they have 2 ball joints right here. You got this one in the middle and then this one at the shoulder, which you could give 360-degree rotation right there. And you could give some 360-degree rotation in the middle right there. So that's all really cool. And basically it's the same with this one right here, except this one has this little gold part instead of the little stud shooters right here. And you could do 360 rotation there. Each one has 4 fingers, which you can move up and down to either way you want. So those are cool. And of course, the legs give you lots of different posable kind of positions you can put him in, because they have one of these little or these little ball joint receivers right here onto these ball joints at the kind of middle of the waist, and then you have these in the bottom part near, I guess, the kneecap right here, which have the little feet right there. So what you could do is you could spin those, you could spin these. It's kind of a little bit less than how you would spin this, because they have a little bit less rotation there. But you could still, you know, move them around. But keeping all that in mind, you can put in some silly poses or some cool poses. Like, for example, this one looks a little bit more triumphant, and I like that. Or you can put it kind of like this, where it looks like he's about to, or you can't really do the kickball one, but you could do this, and it all really stays stable. Let me do one. I don't want to damage it. There you go. It stays pretty stable, so I like that, and that adds for hours of fun of taking pictures like I do. I love taking funny pictures with Lego, but also, you know, you could kind of display this as a display piece, because it's a gorgeous looking build right here for such a cheap price. So one last look at this sucker right here, especially with the back, which looks like it has a little bit of maybe an energy source, or probably something used to maybe fly around. I don't know. We'll have to see how it turns out in the movie. You can see a little bit of detailing with that back little legs right there. And let's go on to the other build included in the set. The build of the set is this little force field right here to contain the Hulk. Seems like out of his power, basically, because it seems like Scarlet Witch kind of wants to, you know, I don't know, keep him under watch or something, because what she does is she puts a force field over him, as shown in the comics. And the build itself actually includes the only stickers found in this set, which are these little Stark Industry stickers on these panels right here, well, which don't look bad whatsoever. And it has this big kind of pole on the back, which kind of folds down very easily, but that plays into one of the play features with the Super Jumper. And how you put the minifigures here is you just kind of put Scarlet Witch on the back by hinging these little studs and with the back of her little legs. And she'll kind of fit on like that. And then you put the Hulk right here. And he kind of fits on like that. And then you have to use that Super Jumper, which you guys know. I've had so many problems with the Super Jumper hinging onto the legs that now how I do it is I just put the cylinders that they included in the set for Iron Man, and I put them on there before I put the Iron Man on. And once you do that, he kind of doesn't get damaged with the back of his legs, and none of these pieces on the bottom get damaged either. So once we do that, we gotta aim to hit Scarlet Witch. So let's do that. Come on. That was weak. All right. Okay, let's do this. Come on, Justin. Come on, Justin. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. Woo. And once she does that, she folds over. The force field is probably going to break. These parts flap open, and then Hulk's ready to smash. And there you go. So that's really cute. I like that little build right there. Pretty cool for a side build. And now let's go on to the box and then the final verdict. Here's the box for the set. Very cool looking box right here. And the back. And of course you do get a little comic book adventure, which is the same one included in most of the other sets. It comes with the little checklist right there. And also one big instruction booklet with all the little features to build this set. And let's move on to the actual final verdict. So overall, this set is definitely the best LEGO Avengers Age of Ultron set in my opinion, now that I have them all built. And it is the best value of the whole line because the value of this set is just phenomenal. You get a lot of stuff going on here, some great minifigures, some great builds. I love the Hulkbuster build. I think for the size they did it, that is also comparable to the Hulkbuster and, you know, pretty accurate to the movie, to the best they could. They have so much detail going on here, and I think that's phenomenal. There's lots of posability, there's lots of stuff to play with. They just did really one of their best jobs with this and the whole superheroes line. And it really shows a step forward this year compared to the previous years of superheroes where I really felt that the builds weren't too impressive. But now they're really getting impressive, and I'm so happy on how this came out. Then the force field build right here, as a side build, is not bad whatsoever. Not only does it provide a pretty good play feature that puts use and kind of puts a story to this kind of part right here, it doesn't look bad. I like how it looks, and it kind of makes sense for this part to be blue and then Scarlet Witch's parts right here to be blue. So I'm guessing that kind of lines up and maybe lines up the movie. We'll have to wait and see. But I don't mind Scarlet Witch not even being accurate to the movie. I know a lot of people are complaining about it with her hairpiece because honestly, these sets are based off of early concept art. So how their hair is designed probably before they even started shooting is really not something that you should be complaining, or not something that I would complain about, sorry, because I don't really mind, again, because I think, like I said, this is based off of early concept arts. To release these sets in time, they had to really get these into production as soon as possible, but it's really hard when this, you know, the movie hasn't even shot yet or whatever. So I'm fine with the hairpiece, and the rest of her, I love her torso and legs. I think her torso and legs, very well done, and I really already have a use for those leg pieces. I mean, that's how usable they are. And then the two other minifigures are really well done, except for Ultron, because Ultron, great printing all over him, and the great little piece right here. I just wish they would have included that piece, the little hat piece, I don't know, or helmet piece from that small Ultron set, which it would have looked so much better. Look at that. It just looks a lot more complete, and I don't know why they didn't do that. And I don't even think it's a problem with the concept art, because you can see other toys have that piece right there. I think it was just a way of LEGO saying, you know what, you got to get the small set to kind of complete it, which I don't know. I don't think that's not a big problem, honestly, but doesn't make this a perfect set, and really that hinders a lot of points off of this. But other than that, the Hulk minifigure looks fantastic, even though he's the same one from the Fortress set, because I would think that the Fortress set was made much later after the set was already done in production. And the Iron Man minifigure is a very well done minifigure as well. So I will give this set A. I think it's the best of the line, and really you should be getting this because it's a $30 set for 248 pieces, which not only is a great deal because you get one big fig, which is the cheapest way to get a licensed big fig in, I think, ever. And you get a very, very awesome build with the Hulkbuster, great side build, some great minifigures, which some of which are exclusive, like the Ultron minifigure, even though he doesn't have the helmet right there that's shown, and the Scarlet Witch minifigure, which both of those are great minifigures. So that's it for this review. What do you guys think of this set? And I'll see you guys later.